Hey, what's up, car fam? So the car, even though I've seen it already, I haven't seen it in the Sonic Gray Pearl color. It looks clean, like this with a window tint, a couple mods, so dope. So they actually have it here at the LA Auto Show. Let me show you. All right, so it's super cool to be able to see this in the Sonic Gray Pearl. I know some people are still figuring out what color options they want to go with since they're waiting on their orders anyway. This color in person looks super nice, and I do like it. I know I mentioned it before. I like it better on this than the Civic Si. It just looks a lot more, it looks better just because the car is like much wider, and then you just have more opportunities for black accents. So with the way you have like the side skirt there that's already black, and then around the window trim where everything is black, and then this space especially, like it looks super sick in this color. And then because you have the nice rear diffuser on the back, that gives you a chance to just have even more of that balanced look. So this color, if you see it on a Civic Si, like don't judge it too hard. On this, it looks a lot better. And one thing that is pretty subtle, I'll actually show you in a second. Obviously you have plenty of trunk space and things like that, but I was worried about the wing. I thought the wing would kind of shake and rattle when you open the trunk, or when you close it, but I'll show you right now. So you have the little opening there to be able to close it, and then just pay attention to how the wing is once I close it. It has a really solid like close. So as you can see, like the wing didn't like shudder, anything like that. I feel like most cars, the wings do kind of shake. So that's really nice because then you don't have like, more wear and tear and things like that. Like it's super well made, and just quality is just like the name of the game on this car for sure. So here's a look on the inside. Of course, you've probably seen a million videos already, but having this with the gray, it kind of also changes things compared to, let's say you have like Boost Blue. All of that kind of plays a role into how the whole overall package of the car can seem versus having, a different color exterior. So super nice. Let me show you what it's like from the back seat. So it's super easy to get in, no issues at all. And then this is reasonably comfortable too. Definitely totally fine. Headroom's really good. You don't have any issues there. And then again, I'm super happy they went with this more flat finish on the back. I know some of the prototypes had like a shiny polished version of this, and that just wouldn't age well. This here is really, really nice. And for the person sitting back here, it's sick. I love it. So one thing that I like about this Civic Type R is the seats. Obviously they've changed some things. They've made the seats lighter. The design is different and things like that. But most importantly, in my opinion, it's actually easier to get into. So if you've been in the FK8, you know this hump here at the bottom was probably a little bit higher and just more bolstering. This one you can just slide in super easy. So now we're sitting inside the Civic Type R. Man, I just absolutely love this car. And my wife just sat in it. She approved, so that says a lot because my wife has pretty high standards and expectations on the cars too, and will critique certain things. So it's really cool to kind of get that feedback from someone else from a different perspective, not just me because I'm excited and like the performance of a car. But overall, like I really like this. I guess the only thing that I wish was a little bit different is this section here. It looks good now and it kind of keeps things a little bit more bright, but I wish it was maybe a darker gray. That's probably the only thing I'd like to change. But the shifter here, it's like super short throws. Like I drove this a couple days ago and really, really liked it. Like it feels really good and even like shorter than the FK8. Absolutely love it. And then this screen size here is like perfectly suitable for like the overall dimensions of this section here. It's not distracting in any way. Like it's really good. And then this is super responsive. There's a bunch of things you can be able to check. I know there's the Honda Logger app, and this is going to be able to monitor different things when you're tracking your car, or maybe even autocross and different things like that. It's super cool how you can be able to like do so many different things, have a bunch of different gauges to be able to check things out. Let's see if we can kind of get into the specifics. So here, this is your auto score. So depending on what track you're on and different things like that, it will kind of keep you up to date on the overall data of how you're driving and performing. And then here at this top page, the car's not on, but you actually have information on the water temperature, the oil temperature, the actual oil pressure, even the temperature outside, which is always helpful so you can keep in mind like how do I need to manage heat while I'm on track and things like that. The intake air temperature as well as the boost pressure. So all helpful data when you're like really tracking this car, because I know the FK8 had a lot of issues with overheating on the track where you can only get a couple laps in and then you have to take a break. Here you can monitor all of that in real time and be able to like really manage heat while you're driving. So, and even just day to day, especially as temperatures fluctuate, it's always good to keep that in mind so you know how to like properly, you know, drive your vehicle. So absolutely love what they did here. This is all super clean and crisp. I love how responsive it is. And then you have the dual climate settings, so that way your passenger can set their temperature a certain way. Always helpful. And then wireless charging. I love how this is just perfectly integrated there, where you can just charge your phone, and then if you are driving, you know, fast and things like that, this should keep it pretty steady because they have these little like humps here where it'll kind of keep the phone in place. So really love that. And then taking a look here at the center, you can see the, because this car is actually not set up. Normally what you can do also is change this look here with the drive mode setting. So it's really cool that it has that to be able to adjust, you know, more of that S2000 style gauge and things like that. So that's also super cool. We won't be able to test the audio or anything like that, but it does come with the Bose this time around. I know in the FK8 I was not happy with the audio, and so I've heard good things about the Bose and the Civic Si, so I'm assuming all of that kind of transfers over and things like that. But overall, like, this seat is super comfortable. You still get that nice couch feel where you just feel comfortable and tucked in. And I was driving this car the other day, and one thing I noticed was just the seating position is a lot more daily driver friendly. So when you are driving, you have that nice opportunity to really be able to see like the hood lines and see all of that more accurately, and then feel more like daily driver, you know, it feels really good. So you don't have more of that just tucked into like a cocoon type of atmosphere like the other one. It's way more open in the cabin, and I think that makes it better for your passengers. And then they can also see all of this. Some cars, they're so driver focused where like the passenger can't really monitor kind of what's going on or kind of be entertained by some of the digital screens and displays. With this one, all of that's nice and open. You still have plenty of space for reaching. Another part too, which is nice, especially in a daily driver, is having decent sized cup holders. I know that sounds small, but believe it or not, some cars are really getting smaller and smaller. This one has really deep ones, and it'll actually, you know, with this opening, your drinks, if they do shift or move or anything like that, you'll still have space, and it's not too much in the way with the shifter. So absolutely love what they did here.